Real TikTok theories, here we go.
Theo.
And guess what I found? That there's only one disease. Not two, not three, one. What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease. The judge said, what is it? I said, you already know. She said, try me. I said, Your Honor, when someone has sinusitis, what is obstructing the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructing the bronchial tubes? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said, mucus. Jumped up and said, what about AIDS? He want to know where the mucus. I said, Your Honor, have you been to an AIDS ward? She said, yes. I said, what is it that the AIDS spits up every 5 minutes? She said, mucus. Where is the mucus? It's in the skin, it's in the blood, and the lymphatic system that makes up the immunological system. That is where you find the mucus, Mr. Victor Herbert.
Shout out to Carrie.
I found the natural
So in other words, when you're sick, all you got is mucus. You don't need all these other treatments in the hospital, fucking injections, putting you to sleep type shit. And there's no telling how many times they did that to many people I know. You know what I mean? If y'all been through, or a relative, uncle, cousin, share your thoughts in the comments.
drops in Jamaica.
Oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God. Yes.
What?
Look at the mucus coming out of her eyes. Look at the mucus coming out of her eyes. You see it?
When I saw it in U.S. Virgin Island, it was called African tulip, but it
Imagine the ones they give us, the eye drops, with the so-called clear water bullshit. This is straight from nature, guys. They picked it off a tree. These are eye drops, cleansers from a tree, bro.
it's called donkey pee in Jamaica.
Like a little eyedropper. I'm like, oh my God. Where do I go?
You ready to take some eye drops?
Coming out?
The idea that we're going to send in offensive equipment and have planes and tanks and trains going in with American pilots and American crews, just understand, don't kid yourself, no matter what you all say, that's called World War III. Today, I'm announcing that the United States will be sending 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
Oh, okay.
I found a video of fans chasing Justin Bieber.
I want y'all to know that, noted, he said 31. He didn't give a proper meaning after that 31 to me. It could mean 31 million, 31 billion. Who fucking knows? That shit's wild.
While shape-shifting.
I don't know. What y'all think? Thank you, Mike, for the video.
In the days of Noah, that means what they were doing then will.
That shape-shifting Justin Bieber, I believe in that shit. You know, it goes back to Hollywood. They're making people out of clones. I mean, Chris Brown, whenever he was at the NBA, that last time and he attempted a dunk, looked like his hand turned into a claw. I mean, shit's real.
Oh, see, I
doing
know that
now. The
voice.
Bible says that God got angry at those angels that came down and corrupted man. Not only did they just mix their DNA with man and create giants, but they said they taught men about war and weapons and violence and how to mix, and even about something as simple as eye makeup. That's why the Egyptians' eyes were the way they were, because they understood eyes are seductive. So they taught women how to allure men with the eyes. So the Bible says that God had got mad at them, and he chained them and cast them into Taratus. I mean, these same fallen creatures that was here will come back again. They're not going to come back as the fallen angels that they were. They're going to come back as alive. They're going to say they're aliens. These are the creatures that created us. Scientists have already known there was an invisible barrier.
Wow. That's crazy. I never heard of this theory before. That's wild.
Around this earth. The Bible says in Genesis 1:1 that darkness was on the face of the deep, and the earth was without form and void. The word void in the Hebrew really means chaos. The earth was chaotic. But when God said, let there be light, the Bible says the light shine in darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. So God put a wall of light around this earth to hold back the darkness. Now this is what this machine in Switzerland is capturing. They're capturing darkness. It's called antimatter. The people over in CERN with this Hadron Collider, remember, 17-mile wide circle.
17 miles.
This is the biggest machine in the world, 300 miles underground in Switzerland. Because they have gone back with the finest particles of matter, they have found out that there is a wall that is keeping back the dark realm or the dark matter. Remember, these people been working on this machine since, they say, 1950, but it's too big. They had to be working on this machine, they really say, for hundreds of years, because it's too big. So Satan's been doing this a long time. They say they're trying to create the Big Bang conditions. That 17-mile circle is a big portal. This is what CERN is. It's the 17 miles of like a snake. What it is, it's a machine, but it's like a big 17-mile long snake that they shooting these particles through at the speed of light. Real fast, trying to get it go real fast. Now this is the CERN logo. If you notice what it is.
It's the snake part that gets me. Why are they calling it a snake?
It's 3 6s.
Oh.
Which is the mark of the beast. The beast being a polyon.
Dang.
It's a polyon. Just to give you some
666,
information.
that's not good.
The place where CERN is, it's called Apolyacum. This is the god of Shiva in front of the building of CERN. This god of Shiva is doing a dance of death and life and creation around a portal. Now, if I can break this down spiritually, finitely for you, this dance is an occultic dance. That's why a lot of the dances they doing now is ritual dances. A lot of this freaky nay, all that stuff, it's just ritual dances. That's why it makes people look when they do it. It's rituals. So you can conjure up demons a number of ways. Dance, that's what them ritual dances in Africa are. They dance and then they go into a trance, which is what the clubs are modeled after. You do know when you was in the club and all that, that's what the club really was modeled from. Mesmer knew they took it from voodoo, that if you get enough people together, change their rhythm with a beat, that you can
maybe it brings bad energy.
That's Black Mirror.
The dance is creating a portal. That's why once a person gets to dance, you get sexual.
That's what it sounds like.
You get lustful. Listen now, scientists have figured out antimatter, darkness, is in each one of us.
That's what it sounds like.
The goal of life.
It's like bringing bad energy to the presence around it. So if you ever see somebody dancing like a fool like that around you, just know that something bad's gonna happen.
It's for you to meet the light, or you will die in your darkness.
Yeah.
That scientists, that these physicists have said, in this antimatter, this darkness, is still connected to whatever's on the other side. Now,
So remember, those fallen angels were banished, and they are there until the time of the end. Satan is using man to create the opening. He's building Satan a way to get these angels out of the abyss. Now, the abyss is not like a hole in the earth. The abyss is they vanished to another dimension. When they started up the machine, they found out that they could capture this darkness. It's not scientific, it's supernatural. They've already said that the pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Giza, was an energy source. It was a portal. It's an energy source. It's a stargate. It was covered by a material that made it more conductive, but they stole all of the outer shell that was on the big Giza pyramid. Ecclesiastes said there's nothing new under the sun. What Satan did before, he gonna do it again. That's why these 13 Illuminati blood families, every time somebody digging and finds something, they run and steal it and take the artifacts, so you don't really realize the technology was already here before. Because those 13 Illuminati blood families have been, this is what their goal has been. This is where all the world resources was going at. They couldn't get enough titanium and lithium that they need for these machines. That's why they went in there.
See, and I feel like the government is tied into the Illuminati. Therefore, they can control us like they've been controlling us all these years.
Every nation. Now I'm gonna give y'all a whole revelation y'all didn't even see. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all didn't see. This was the true reason behind wars. To get the raw materials to build this machine. That's the biggest machine in the world. You got to understand how much resources it took to build this big machine. They had that war in Afghanistan. They found a vein of lithium that was worth over $1 trillion. Didn't tell y'all that, did they?
No.
Didn't tell y'all that's what it was about, right? But that's what they went in Afghanistan for. And they also needed gold. But most of the resources that you think in this war was them going in countries taking resources to build this machine for the Satan. Hey, y'all handle what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, when he said, let there be light, light still is. Light still is. This is the barrier. That's why angels now, because angels are of the light, they can come through the barrier of, oh, y'all ain't ready for me. But darkness cannot. Remember, darkness cannot overcome the light, right? So demons have to need your agreement to get here. They need your light in order to give them a hold through that. That's why you have to do rituals and witchcraft and all kinds of demonic stuff.
Portals,
you have to do,
open portals.
because you got to get the agreement so they can come. They can't just come here.
No, they can't.
That's why Jesus gave the greatest warning. It'll be just like the days of Noah. So we jumped over that and didn't understand what were they doing. Well, the fallen angels had come down.
Malcolm,
I haven't seen this either.
you have a lot on your mind.
The sustainable population of our planet is no more than 500 million.
And we're willing to kill 7 billion.
Well, most of those lives aren't worth living. Massive humanity in Africa, India, and China. They live in squalor. They'd be better off dead. The world would be better off without them.
And America will be first.
Yes, well, as our friend Henry Kissinger said, a strong America is the only thing standing in the way of a new world order. We have foreign troops on the ground now, under the UN banner. The country only needs a little chaos.
The American people are resilient. What's to come if the citizens rise up?
Yes, well, when parents see their children starving and families hauled away to FEMA camps for imprisonment or worse, then yes, we expect some resistance at first. But the vanity of nationalism will quickly fade. The people will beg for help.
I hope you guys got the memo. Target closing stores down 13, Walgreens 200, Macy's 125, Starbucks 400 stores,
Really?
Bath & Beyond 150 stores, Victoria's Secrets 50 stores, Kohl's 27 stores, American Eagle 250 stores, GameStop 200 stores, Walmart, 154 stores. It's getting real. We're in the midst of a recession. When stores start closing down and downsizing.
Guys, it's even worse than what we really thought. Bed Bath & Beyond is at 896.
They need to show me the store numbers and what locations exactly. Not just numbers of stores.
Stores closed. Foot Locker around 545. Tuesday morning, 487. Banana Republic is closing around 50 stores. CVS 300. Walgreens 300.
I think I just saw one of them. It says California. Locations.
Shout out to Bino for the video.
She is not wrong. Listen to this.
I now hold the opinion that Kim Kardashian is a prostitute, and I'm not going to edit this opinion. Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. Her mother is a pimp. Worse than a prostitute, Kim Kardashian is a corpse.
Dang.
She's a body without a soul. She is so emblematic of the society that we live in today. That if you are willing to degrade yourself, if you are willing to denigrate yourself, then our society, our American society will give you more.
That's
right?
it.
How much are you willing to show us of your
That's
body?
it.
How much are you willing to give us of your daughter's body? That is the price of fame, and she did it. This is where we're at. This is why we tell you not to follow the Hollywood type. This is why you should not allow your children to idolize Hollywood. These are not the people that we should be following.
Thank you, Theo, for the video.
Does anyone want to tell me how in 1927 Universal Studios came up with this picture of the world? When the first picture of the world wasn't available until the 1960s through NASA? Almost 40 years later? How did Universal Studios know that this is what the world looked like? Especially from space, when we hadn't been to space yet.
Right.
Does anyone know?
The math ain't math.
Anyone want to guess?
No.
And again, this is coming out of people who were formerly alive.
See, that's why it seems like they just created a picture of Earth. Because there's some theories that even the cloud patterns don't move. Like orbit around. They just stay in one place.
People are walking around with these things growing inside. Understand that these are not clumps of blood. These are not clumps of blood. That's what I'm trying to get across. Right. There's no way that these are blood clots. At the very high resolution, they look like almost reptilian scales. Wow. Reptilian scales. Wow. On the side. And yeah, there you go. Right. See those reptilian scales? What I'm saying is that looking at this is shocking to me because, number one, none of this belongs in the human body. None of this belongs in the human body. Right. This is being found in people who have, quote, died suddenly.
Basically, when you get these, you're not a regular human being anymore.
You're not a regular human being anymore.
Looking at this is shocking to me because, number one, none of this belongs in the human body. Number one, none of this belongs in the human body.
Somebody said the comments of this, Bill Gates playing mad scientist and y'all are sitting back and allowing it. I'm crying.
The McDonald's Corporation.
One thing I gotta say about that is, what if, in order for you to be Illuminati, you gotta be a lizard people? But in order to transform into that lizard people, you're basically selling your soul, it sounds like. Because they just said it, it's not your real body, human body. It's like you sacrifice your body, and then that is created inside your body. So your soul's gone. That's what it sounds like to me.
Just had an ad come out a few months ago that they're looking into research and development in a technology that will afford them the ability to pump their commercials into your brain while you're sleeping. You think that they figured this out or some other company figured it out first? You think if they're going to have this available to them next year, you think that there weren't agencies that have been wielding this for a decade or so?
Right.
Is there any, where can I read about this?
It's immediately available on the internet that McDonald's put this out there.
McDonald's
Corporation is looking into putting commercials into our brains while we're sleeping.
And we can look that up.
Absolutely.
I gotta look that up.
Understood.
I've not heard of that.
Understood. But now imagine if they can do that next year, who's been doing it for the last decade or so?
I'm with you.
Right?
Somebody starts it off.
So now when we look around the world and we see everybody acting the way that they are acting, let's consider that these intrusive thoughts have already been present. What do we do about this? These are the weapons of war contemporarily. It's very unfortunate, but it used to be that war was a bit more noble when we selected people, we put them in uniforms, we sent them over there to the battlefield, and we said, fight for us. And effectively, that would have been an act of attrition of each nation's resources until there was a victor. Now, unfortunately, they've circumnavigated the battlefield. Nobody's dressed in uniforms anymore, and the front line is every neighborhood that we're in. And the infrastructure is still under attack. It's just that now the average mortgage payer is in the line of fire. They can learn your system, and they can learn to manipulate it on a personalized level by just assessing you, what the things are that you're interested in, what are the weak points, what's the crack in the dam, when people attack. And it's through repetition and access. These are simply electromagnetic impulses in your head. It's not that they can't be read, it's not that they can't be copied, and it's not that they can't be just replayed with somebody else's control. I mean,
that's dangerous.
America was distracted by Sound of Freedom, and Black America was distracted by yet another black woman lying. This happened underneath your noses.
That's good. You got me right. What's going on? Oh! I'm so busy focused on the man. What was that?
Like an earthquake. Earthquake.
I did not hear about that, see about it. Wasn't on my Instagram feed, Facebook. But I've seen the other two that he referred to earlier.
I'll keep it simple. People can't understand basic numerology or basic math. July 19, 2023 is when this event happened. 7/19/23. Sept means 7, which is where we get the July from. They inverted. So Sept being the 9th month is still 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 minus 3 is -1. Even if you take the negative part out and you put these numbers together, it's 9/11. As I stated before in many of my posts, they keep playing with this programming of 116, 9/11, or 119. All you got to do is turn it upside down. In Gematria or Latin ordinal, it is 9/11. Just type it in South Africa where this event happened. And the reason why I'm using Latin ordinal, Latin is the language of ancient Rome. Why is this important? This is Petra Jordan, the stronghold of the Edomites. As you can see, the architecture looks very familiar. Look at the architecture in Cape Town, South Africa. Familiar, right? Same architecture in America. Edom, Rome, Idumea. The scene at Bree Street is still being treated as a potential risk area. Emergency services remain there and people are being evacuated where necessary. I'm going to take Bree Street and run it through Gematria and see what comes up. Bree Street, reverse satanic, 303, 33. Bree Street, another cipher, 33. Bree Street, 33 in single reduction. Officials from Gauteng province, which includes Johannesburg, suspect the blast may have been caused when some underground gas pipes ruptured. Now, where have we heard this from?
Thanks for saving me from the sinkhole, Flash. Barry, gas and water pipes ruptured in the basement. Right. Gas and water pipes ruptured.
Some of you always got a smart comment about, oh, is Jumanji real? Why can't you predict? I've been telling you since Tina Turner's blood sacrifice of 119 and 9/11 that they've been doing the same programming and they're prepping you for something. The reason why it's not on mainstream media of what happened in Johannesburg is because they're going to do the same thing over here. It could be 48 injured, but it could be 1,000 injured if it happens in New York or whatever city they choose to use it on. And that explosion happens 2 days before the Oppenheimer movie opens. Which is us again, sept, which means 7 is 9, 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 3 is -1, and you get 9/11. Good luck.
Peace once again. It's your boy Aladdin. If you're new, you know what to do. If you like this channel, go ahead and hit that sub. Follow all accounts. And if y'all want to send videos my way, leave it in the comments or message me on YouTube or even on Facebook. Until then, next time, guys.